I want to talk about Klay Thompson because he got so hot last night. To celebrate, we're taking a look back at Klay's microwave moments. I love it. 2015, remember, he dropped 37 points in a quarter against the Kings, which is, by the way, still a record.
Man,
Insane.
of course it was the Kings.
Right? Aw. I'm sure. I'm going to count how many dribbles he takes
though.
through this whole set of highlights. 2016, 60 points in only 12 dribbles, according to Second Spectrum. This was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, how many did he play the fourth quarter of that game? Wasn't that one of the ones he sat out the fourth quarter?
Yes, and we were all upset.
I know that feeling, man.
In October, earlier this season, he made 14 threes, which broke Steph Curry's single-game record. And again, Zach, you're right. He did not play the fourth quarter in that one either.
Yeah, the Bulls had to have an emergency meeting of the Leadership Council.
You love the Leadership Council.
They had to convene it for an emergency session.
Straight threes.
So, yeah.
This was ridiculous.
10 for 11. 10 in a row last night to start the game. Another day, another three-point record from Microwave Klay, right?
He was calling a shot last night. I mean, he was talking to people on the sideline saying, here comes another one, here comes another one, here comes... It was like Larry Bird style last night.
Guys.
It was the Lakers without LeBron or Rondo or
This is my
Yeah,
thing.
it didn't
with
go
this.
well.
Lonzo.
Didn't go well for the Lakers last
What
night.
scares you most about the Warriors right now is that Klay seems to have found his shot, right?
So that is, when you see him going, that's it. You're like, this is scary.
When Klay finds his shot, which I think he has, Steph, KD, when these three guys are shooting the ball exceptionally well like this, you can forget about winning a game. You can forget about it. There's nothing you can do. I mean, because it's three of the best shooters on one team, and then you have an all-NBA center who is one of the most skilled big men that's back on his team. That's what scares me about them. This man made 10 straight threes, and then you got a guy on your team that at any given time can hit 10 straight threes.
Seems like they're pretty good.
What scares you most about the Warriors?
Well, to his point, when they start shooting like that, it's over. But what scares me the most is when Draymond Green gets a rebound and roars up the court, and those guys
just
are all
find
around
those guys
him.
on the perimeter.
And that's when you're like, we're totally helpless. Like, we don't even know where. And that Draymond Green has been back for the last 2 or 3 weeks. He's playing defense at a Defensive Player of the Year level. He's so impatient to get rebounds and start running that he barely even has the ball. He's already turning his body up the court. That guy is the soul of the team, and when he plays like that, they don't lose.
And it hasn't been the greatest year for him, but he's definitely, as you said, he's come on in the last month. He got engaged this weekend here in Los Angeles, so congratulations to Draymond. And look, I mean, everything about this team, as far as I'm concerned, should scare you. But you're right, guys are right in picking out those two guys, because in that streak where, you know, we were all talking about Kevin Durant and Draymond Green not getting along and the sort of back and forth that they had and its effect on the team, the other big thing that was going on there is that Klay was in a shooting slump for part of that time, right? And then all of a sudden he broke out of it. Remember, he thanked his right hand. They've been playing very well since then, so I agree on all counts. We did have a little bit, I don't know what it is about Staples Center and the Warriors.
I know,
We did have another little sort of heated discussion in the bench area. This was last night in the fourth quarter during a timeout. KD actually, in this case, stepped in because Jordan Bell and Steve Kerr were getting into it. So KD the peacemaker, and Steve downplayed it after the game. Take a listen.
It was total misinterpretation of something I said, and we cleared it up.
Well, that was brief. I mean, his point was that what he said to Jordan misinterpreted, and that they had worked it out.
Emotions fly in a game. I mean, it's no big deal.
Yeah, it didn't feel. This did not feel KD, Draymond Lowe to me.
Well, mostly because it doesn't involve KD and Draymond. So let's move on. The Warriors are fine.
Yes.
They'll get over the Jordan Bell heated exchange.
By the way, Jordan Bell, I have found him to be a charming kid. He seems to get along very well with all the players on this team. So this seems to me to be like sort of an isolated little, in the heat of the moment incident, as T-Mac said. I don't see this as like the seeds of a problem in any way.